from your breaking news and weather authority. This is 13 WHAM News at 5.
This was a very significant accident.
A horrific highway crash on 490. A tour bus rolls over in Chili. 28 people hospitalized.
The bus left the roadway, re-entered the roadway, eventually flipped, ended up on its side where it slid probably approximately 200 yards before it came to a stop.
Victims trapped in the wreckage, others crawling out.
And tonight, the driver cited.
Those tickets are for fatigued driving, for speed unreasonable, unsafe lane changes, and he was not wearing his seatbelt.
That driver ejected through the windshield. We have team coverage on this terrifying crash and new details released just a short time ago from investigators and medical staff. Good afternoon. I'm Matt Malloy.
I'm Karen Edwards. Again, the driver suspected of fatigue behind the wheel.
The tour bus flipping on its side this morning on I-490, sending 28 passengers to area hospitals, one of them in critical condition.
The stretch of 490 in Chili shut down for hours as investigators combed through the crash site and crews arrived to remove the wreck. As the victims recover, investigators are releasing new details about the crash and the driver.
13 WHAM's Christian Garzone begins our team coverage live near that crash site. Christian, good evening.
Good evening. The bus was taken by a tow truck in the past couple of hours to a garage run by the sheriff's office. For the next phase of this investigation, we're told the driver is cooperating with authorities, but as we've told you, he's been issued a number of tickets so far.
Waiting for the report of a tour bus that flipped. Report of people ejected. Reporting 6 people on the ground. There's a bunch of people walking wounded.
Sheriff Todd Baxter says this Flixbus left New York City around midnight, bound for Niagara Falls. Just after 7 a.m., it left the roadway, re-entered the road, and flipped, sliding 200 yards on its side on 490 West in Chili. The scene jarring for first responders who found injured passengers walking alongside 490.
It was that surreal moment, you know, you train for these things, but when you pull up and actually see a bus flipped on its side and people literally walking in a state of confusion on the side of the road trying to figure out what just happened to them as they were just thrown about inside a bus.
Chief Frank Manzo with CHS says hundreds of first responders raced to the scene.
We ended up using 18 ambulances, which for this area is incredible. It's an incredible response.
Chief Deputy Michael Fowler says the driver of the bus and the company are cooperating. The driver was actually hurled through the windshield and helped render first aid to injured passengers. But with the preliminary investigation now done, the driver is being issued some citations.
Vehicle and traffic tickets. Those tickets are for fatigued driving, for speed unreasonable, unsafe lane changes, and he was not wearing his seatbelt.
The second phase of this investigation is now underway. Police will be looking for any mechanical issues with the bus. Police are also reviewing video from inside the bus and dash cam video from other drivers. Live in Churchville, Christian Garzone, 13 WHAM. Right back to you.
Christian, thank you. Family members in need of information can call the number set up by the sheriff's office on your screen there, 585-753-4455. We also have that number on 13wham.com. Of the 28 patients injured, 16 of them were taken to Strong Memorial Hospital.
13 WHAM's Natalie Calzatoni spoke with one of the victims' family members and a doctor. Natalie.
Karen, Matt, URMC says it had to rally a lot of resources when responding to this mass casualty incident. Patients were distributed to 3 local area hospitals, and I spoke with the family of one victim who is facing significant injuries. A terrifying scene on Interstate 490. Michelle Key says her daughter-in-law, 21-year-old Montreal Humble of Rochester, was one of the 28 passengers injured in the tour bus crash Thursday morning.
She's not doing well. She has to get like 5 different surgeries, so it's not, it's just a really bad, I thank God for her life, so I'm glad she's alive.
Key says Humble is in the Air Force and was taking the Flixbus tour bus to Niagara Falls to report for duty when the bus flipped over, trapping people inside.
She had to crawl out of the bus, and she called me on the phone, said she needed to get to the hospital. Oh, my son is a nervous wreck, and, you know, I was in tears just seeing her. You know, we're thankful that she's alive, but it still is a experience that you never want to experience.
URMC says 16 patients are currently staying at Strong Memorial Hospital, 1 in critical condition, some with significant injuries, and a number of patients set to be released soon. Dr. Michael Kamali says patients are facing a variety of injuries.
Head injuries, extremity injuries, some injuries to the torso as well. As you can imagine, in a crash, what we call blunt trauma, the injuries can be extensive.
Key says Humble has a long recovery ahead of her.
She's an outstanding person, just beautiful at spirit and inside and out. What she kept saying, when you get on a bus, you would think you would be safe or stuff like this.
Rochester Regional Health says it treated 15 bus crash patients at Unity and Rochester General Hospitals before 3 were transferred to Strong. Again, families seeking information can call the number on your screen. Matt?
Natalie, thank you. Right after today's crash, we immediately started digging into details on that bus company and its history.
13 WHAM's investigative reporter Lowell Rose continues our team coverage with his findings. Lowell.
That's right, Matt and Karen. Now, based on the information given to us, we know that this is a flex bus operated by Tribal Sun Bus LLC that is based out of Rockland, Massachusetts. Now, government data shows that the company has a history of violations and crashes all this year. Data gathered from the U.S. Department of Transportation reveals a recent history of issues with the bus company. The Safety and Fitness Electronic Records or SAFER system shows Tribal Sun Bus LLC has 21 buses and 40 drivers. Over the past 24 months, the company's buses have been involved in 6 crashes, not including Thursday's crash on 490 West in Chili-Riga. The first crash this year was in April in Virginia with injuries, followed by a fatal crash the same month in Pennsylvania with 4 injuries. The most recent crash happened in August in New Jersey with no injuries. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, the bus company's most recent safety rating from August was listed as conditional. That is defined as the carrier was out of compliance with 1 or more safety requirements. Data from the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration shows the company has 37 violations when it comes to hours of service compliance. Most recent violations from this year include driving beyond the 10-hour driving limit in September, driving beyond the 14-hour duty period in September, and failing to certify information gathered by the electronic logging devices in August, among other violations by drivers throughout 2024. The federal site shows there are no acute or critical violations for the company prior to Thursday's crash. The data only goes up to Wednesday, November 6. Now, this was supposed to be a 9-hour journey from New York City to Niagara Falls with 6 stops in between, including downtown Rochester, where it left minutes before this crash. Now, I did reach out to Tribal Sun Bus LLC for comment, but they were not able to provide me with any update or information. Back to you both.
Lowell, thank you. Be sure to stay with 13 WHAM throughout the night for any updates on this tour bus crash, including around-the-clock coverage on 13wham.com.